Hey everyone, Nicola Grace, the Mission Mentor here, founder of the Mission Mastery Academy, creator of Get Ready Go Global, and I am the owner of this YouTube channel, 35,000 Women with a Message. We're gathering 35,000 women with a message. I am with one of the Get Ready Go Global speakers, Sheila Unique. Say hi, Sheila.
Hello to you all.
We're going to be talking about the importance of stepping up and getting your message out there. Now, Sheila is a best-selling author, an award-winning speaker. She's had 15 years working as an intuitive medical practitioner and intuitive business practitioner as well. And she has founded the Unique Approach, which she's going to be telling us a little bit about today, and is also a founding member of the Evolutionary Business Council, which is a council that I also belong to. And so thanks very much for being a founding member of that, by the way, Sheila, because the Evolutionary Business Council are doing some amazing things.
Yes, it's beautiful to bring together all the thought leaders around the world, just as you are.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So guys, if you're watching, subscribe to the channel so that you can get updates as we deliver them to you. And be sure also, if you've got any questions as we're going through the interview of Sheila or of me and you know, that pertains to you and where you're at and how we can move you forward, feel free to comment below. But Sheila, first of all, talk to me about the moment you realized you're a messenger, because many people watching this are going to be feeling that they're either got a message and they really know they've got to go global with it, or they are only just waking up to the fact that they've got a message and they want to start their journey. So where did your journey start and what happened as a result of that?
You know, my journey started, oh my gosh, over 15 years ago. I recognized that I was so passionate about educating people and moving them along on their journey. And it was one thing after another. And I started to step back and I went, wow, people actually listened. People wanted more information. That was a huge turning point for me in my journey.
That's really awesome. So you were listening to the feedback that universe was giving you, right? You were observing it, listening to this, everybody, observing it, right? And really listening to how you were getting feedback.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really awesome. So what do you think your frustration was then in turning that message into something that you could monetize and create a business around?
Oh, my biggest frustration had to do with being an identical twin.
Wow.
I explain it like going from identical to unique. And it's no joke that my last name really is unique. I married a gentleman with that last name. Mm-hmm. And I learned growing up that everything had to be identical, the same. We had to wear the same clothes, dress the same, had to be the same as everyone. And of course, that doesn't work going into business. That doesn't work as a thought leader around the world, that I have to do the same things as everyone else. And that was my biggest frustration.
Yeah, and we're seeing the fallout of that with many other messengers and coaches out there, right? They're following cookie cutter models. They're not following their uniqueness or their unique path. So your method is called the Unique Approach. So talk to us about what your message is and what the message is within that unique approach that you've designed.
When it comes to the unique approach, it's all about looking at life and going, you know, nothing shifts unless you shift. Most people think that time shifts their experiences, and it doesn't. When it doesn't, it's all about looking at you. Creating the shift within you is what gives you all the changes that you're looking for in life. And most people need help with that shift. And why? Because we don't always see our own blind spots. And that's what I'm here to help people with.
Yeah, and everybody, I've actually worked with Sheila. How we got together is we were in the Evolutionary Business Council, and then Sheila decided to come to work with me to reposition herself to get ready to go global. And as we were going through her technique and everything, I went, oh, I need this. I'm your target audience. So I went through her whole 12-step process, and I can tell you, like each session you go through, you make monumental shifts, and as a result of it, I'm really different. I'm a different person inside, and way more confident on the particular issue that I have, and I can see tangible results as a matter of working with it. But I think that's a really important thing that you said, that we don't see our own blind spots. Now, I'm psychic and I'm an intuitive, and so are you, and yet you still reach out to work with professionals to help you see beyond your blind spots, right?
You bet. And, you know, Nicola, when I reached out to work with you, that was a huge gift for me in my life. What you helped me to truly put in front of my face was, yes, I'm an educator. Yes, I love empowering and inspiring people. Yeah, I'm a speaker. Yeah, I love talking and educating. And those messages, you help me to just really focus on when it comes to the right mission, right money. That was really empowering for me at this phase in my journey.
Yeah, she's talking about Right Mission, Right Money, which is my signature program. Now, on Right Mission, talk to us about what your mission is and how that complements the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, or
Yeah.
people call them.
Yeah, no, I love that you helped me to truly identify inside of myself that inner peace and world peace is one of the most important things to me. Mm-hmm. That was so clear. And it all started when I thought, you know, everything that I work at myself, everything that I help my clients with is all about, you know, moving through the struggles and the different structures that we put in place, the limiting patterns. It's about moving through that and then actually getting to a place where we have inner peace. And with you guided me to go, you know what? This isn't just about inner peace. This is about world peace.
Yeah, so your SDG is number 17, right? Peaceful institutions, strong institutions, and peace on earth. And so how does it feel then? Like when you came to me, right, you were thinking that your mission was helping people, which is part of what you're doing. But you discovered that your ripple effect, you're here to affect something. Like everybody listening, you're all here to affect something on a world scale through the ripple effect, not necessarily directly, but always through that ripple effect. So how did that shift you in terms of how you viewed yourself when you realized that you're actually here to help create peace on earth?
The ripple effect was amazing, how you took me through the process of recognizing that, you know, when we're holding ourselves back with limiting patterns, we really aren't achieving the next level of success. And that was huge when I recognized that's a gift that I can give my clients, I can give to the world through my voice, through my writing, through the books that I'm sharing with the world. That was big for me, Nicola.
Yeah. So would you say that knowing what your mission was and knowing the ripple effect is bigger than what you thought it was has unleashed you and made you just go, you know what, I'm going to get over myself and I'm just going to get out there?
Oh, that was a big part of it. It sure was. But I also want to add that you helped me to have more clarity around that. Mm-hmm. It wasn't just about, oh, let me just jump out in the world. This is what I'm passionate about. You helped me to really hone in inside and go, yeah, you know what? I am passionate about that, but this is what's most important to me. And I'm really grateful for you to help me with that.
Right, thank you. Yeah, I think all of us need to find out what's really important for us, because quite often we think it's what we have at the top of our mind, but when you dig deep, you find out that you've actually got deeper passions there. So what would be your advice then to women who may be going through the challenge of stepping up and getting out there with their message and getting their clarity?
You know, my advice would be, and my message is that you are being heard. I'm so excited that I can tap into, for example, the energetic energy the emotional energy that's all part of that underneath. And I hear you, and I'm like you, and I've experienced it, and I've walked through it. And on your way, on your journey, just know there's people like me that exist. I'd love to be working with you.
Oh, that's really awesome. So you're saying that at some level, so if somebody's really struggling and they're going, I don't feel understood, I don't feel heard, that you've all, as an intuitive, as a visionary, and as a medical intuitive, you've already heard it at some level, at your soul level, you've actually already heard them. So they can go, wow, I've been heard, and now if I want to, I can take that step.
Oh, and Nicola, I want to add to exactly that walking through this is what helps us to be in an empowering place.
Yeah.
When we can look at our stuff and we can move through it with grace and support, it leaves us in the most empowered, inspired place to be. And that, as a leader, I feel is important, not only for me, but for the rest of the women leaders around the world.
Definitely. And therefore the world at large, right? So what do you think the biggest challenge women have as a generalization in stepping up and speaking their voice, being heard, and getting out there with their important message?
Oh, I would have to say the biggest obstacle women face has to do with just holding themselves in limiting patterns. Mm-hmm. Those energetic signature patterns that are playing out in our everyday life, that would be the biggest hurdle that I would say women have to get through.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and I would go a little bit deeper into that and say I think that one of the biggest issues is that we sell ourselves short as a result of those limiting patterns. Like we'll have a pattern of going, oh, okay, great, it's not important that I make as much money as my partner because he's making lots of money, right? So we sell ourselves short at going on that journey of becoming a wealth creator, of tapping into our entrepreneurship. Or we sell ourselves short and go, I've got a really important message, but who's going to listen to me, right? Nobody's going to listen to me. Nobody at home listens to me. So why would anybody out there in the world listen to me, right? And I think that if you've got a message, my whole teaching is that you've got to speak it. If you've got a message, then you're here to deliver it. And it doesn't matter if your family don't want to hear it. Like my family don't really care too much about my message. They love me and they support me and everything. And they've got their own values and their own lifestyle. But, they're not interested in becoming social entrepreneurs. I don't know about you and your family. What are the dynamics with your family and your message, Sheila?
Oh, I've been so blessed to have an amazing, supportive husband. I have been so blessed. Right. And we're able to keep the business separate from the relationship in a beautiful way. Mm-hmm. And he supports me along the way. And you're right, Nicola, not everybody gets to experience that blessing in this world. There's a lot of conflict. There's a lot of struggle. And I would just add to what you share is that when you recognize there's conflict, when you recognize there's so much struggle and patterns playing over and over again, that's a sign that that's something to move through. And that's all I say as far as move through it with grace and support, you bet.
Yeah, and I think that's really important. I always say what's up is on its way out. So just because a pattern is repeating, it doesn't mean that's your lot in life, right? It just means that you've got some stuff to go through so you grow and expand. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I loved when you would say that to me, Nicola. You would remind me of that every once in a while. I love that.
Well, yeah, because our purpose is to expand and evolve. And so if we're having challenges, it's time to fulfill our purpose and expand and evolve, right? So, yes. So your gift is the quick shift, right? So underneath, we're going to put a link for people to go and they can download your book in a PDF format, and that's going to take them through some quick shifts. Is that right?
Oh, yes. I'm excited to share my book with the world. And when you think about the challenges that you deal with or the patterns that come up, to deal with one thing after another thing after another thing, it just takes like forever. Mm-hmm. So it's so awesome to be in a place where you can shift through your stuff quickly. And that's what the book is about.
Love it. And we'll put the link down the bottom for you to do the quick shift. So finally, what would be your final piece of advice for women who are wanting to go global with their message? They may be already a messenger and they want to go make a bigger impact, so they want to go global with that, or go global in a bigger way. They might just be starting out. What would you advise them?
I would say, leaving you with a beautiful message, is nothing shifts unless you shift.
Right.
Most people, again, think that time creates their experiences, that time shifts all the stuff, and it just doesn't. You shifting is what creates all the changes in your world, the changes you're looking for. But most people, they need help with that shift. And that's because we can't see our own blind spots. I'm here to help you with that shift. And I really feel that everything shifts when you shift.
Yeah, that is so true. I mean, I've experienced that over and over and over again. And I like this quote from somebody somewhere along the line in my journey that, you know, we talked about time. Time is not what shifts, it's what you shift. And it's like your best thinking, everybody, has got you what you're experiencing right now. So if you want to experience something different, you have to show up differently, think differently. And it's not, Sheila, it's not like you have to become somebody different from yourself. It means you've got to pull more of who you really are out from you, right? Pull more of your higher potential out in order to move forward.
I agree.
Yeah, awesome. So guys, 35,000 women with a message. We are gathering 35,000 women with a message. If you haven't seen my YouTube trailer, please go have a look at it, because other than the fact that it's about women and their voice and their values being heard and integrated into society so we can make humanity work for 100% of people and our animals and our beautiful planet, not just a few good men or bad men at the top and a few women maybe, I don't know, for everybody. So that's really important. And it's also about me keeping a beautiful princess dress that you'll see in the trailer. So go watch the trailer and learn all about us. And if you want to be one of the 35,000 women with a message, getting ready to go global or going global, make sure you get our free gift of resources down the bottom and the Get Ready Go Global link that I will send you there. And also remember to download Sheila's link too. Thank you so much, Sheila. It has been a real honor watching you grow and getting to the point where you're chomping at the bit to just get out there, and that's propelling you forward to do it, right? Like you've touched your passion so deeply that there is no option for you but to take action and deal with whatever comes up so that you can be there doing what it is that you're here to do, yeah?
It is, but you know, it also brings some excitement and joy that I have more clarity in going forward, and to celebrate with people like you and women who are the other 35,000 women who are moving forward in the world. So I'm looking forward to our journey together.
Thank you. That clarity is so important. When you join for the free resources for the Get Ready Go Global link below, you're going to get a checklist that teaches you the 3 things you need to do. The first step's clarity, how to get clarity and the different things that you need to get clear on. So we talked about clarity in this interview today a lot. So that's really awesome. Be sure to check out Sheila. Her links are below, and then our links are below for the Get Ready Go Global program. And thanks so much for listening, everybody. Bye-bye. Oh, subscribe to the channel if you want to get more of our resources and be inspired by all of these amazing people with a great message that's going to change the world and make it work for 100% of humanity. Thanks so much, Sheila. Bye.
Thank you so much, Nicola.